Crawford Road is what inspired and motivated me to want to do ghost hunts with a camera and a voice recorder. More than 10 years have passed since I last went here to find something paranormal. I want to bring you evidence to show that it is haunted. But here, the paranormal isn't the only thing you should be scared of.
Developing tonight, the body by the side of the road has become a homicide investigation in York County. Deputies say someone shot 18-year-old Austin Baxley from Portsmouth. 10 of your size Deanna LeBlanc tells us he was found near the Tour Road overpass, a place some residents say is known for paranormal activity.
And although this looks very rural, it is a popular hangout spot you can see, and deputies say sometime around midnight a passerby spotted the man's body laying on the side of the road. The Tour Road overpass above Crawford Road, notorious for graffiti and as a late-night hangout, Thursday night became a crime scene. Crawford Road has a reputation among the locals that it's haunted, in part because of old folklore, but also because of some high-profile crimes in the 90s. You may remember Jimmy Johnson handcuffed, duct-taped, then shot, or an airman a few years later robbed elsewhere, then killed and left on Crawford Road.
It's just not a good place to be at night. I've told my family for years to avoid Crawford Road, especially at night, because it's just isolated.
He says deputies do patrol the area, known as much for its isolation as its history.
Our deputies try to patrol Crawford Road at night. It goes between York County and the city of Newport News. There's nowhere for you to go if your car breaks down to get any help. And if your cell phone's dead and your car breaks down, it's just not a good place to be at night.
There, an eerie-looking bridge defaced with graffiti, sitting on a pitch-black street. This is Crawford Road. Not far apart, two crosses face the roadway, marked with names of victims killed along this very road.
All these murders I'd heard through the years had somehow involved Crawford Road, whether they happened here or bodies got dumped.
Since 1990, the York-Poquoson Sheriff's Office has investigated 5 murders along the same dark, desolate 2-mile stretch. It was believed Jimmy Johnson was abducted and killed, left dead on Crawford Road. A body believed to be that of Tanya Lane was found badly decomposed close by, bullets still in the ground beneath her body. 6 years later, Eric Nesbitt was shot to death in this area, where his cross still stands. And 4 years after that, the body of Sean Mabry was found, and 2 years ago, Austin Baxley was killed near this bridge. Investigators feel all these crimes have been solved, the perpetrators caught and serving time. But dark legends still surround this bridge. They date back as late as the 1800s, but the most common tale is that of a bride who was found hanging from the bridge after running from the altar.
Some say she was stood up at the altar, others say it was an arranged marriage and she didn't want to be married to the guy.
Though many witnesses have had a variety of spooky experiences out here, this bride seems to be the most common paranormal activity seen along the road. You can look up and see the bride hanging from the bridge. The night we shot this story, a group of kids drove by and said they've grown up knowing this place was haunted.
There's got to be a reason why, the rumors were started that it's so scary in the first place.
But they had no idea the real history this road has. Virginia paranormal investigators have come out to this site a number of times. On one trip, they brought a medium who says she saw what she thought was a guardian.
It has other spirits actually trapped on this road. Actually, some of the spirits of people who have been killed along this road, she felt that their spirits were still here, and this thing kind of kept them here, and it guarded this area.
You might be wondering, why here? There are a lot of spooky, creepy, dark, lonely roads. Investigators think the crimes and the hauntings are related.
Where there's crime, it's often believed that this could open up a doorway for something dark to walk through.
For the sheriff's office, these stories are all fiction.
I know that there's a lot of folklore around the bridge out there, but as far as actually being haunted, I would say that that's more legend than fact.
And even ghost hunters have a hard time nailing down their own evidence to the tales of old.
I don't think I have the solid evidence to come forward and say, here's proof that this place is haunted.
Regardless of whether or not you're in the mood for a good scare, the road itself is dangerous, and officials warn you against stopping near or under this bridge. Maybe legends and spirits, at least in this case, are better left alone.
Here is a story from one of my friends on Facebook. Alright, so one time, me and my friends decided to go check out Crawford for ourselves because we had heard plenty of stories before. So we heard the notorious go under the bridge and turn your car off and it won't turn back on. So we tried that around 11 p.m. and sat there for 10 minutes. And we turned the car back on, no problem. So we decided we had fun and it was all bogus stories as we drove away down the road. Then, the entire car just randomly shut off. No warning, no car engine light coming on, just complete shut off. So here we are, just a little freaked out, and then all of a sudden we started seeing what looked like red eyes staring at us from the woods. So we are all skeptics. We all believed in ghosts, but more or less just thought this would be a mind trick, so we didn't think too much of it. We tried turning the car on, and it started up, but both headlights had blown, so we had no light driving down the road. We went home and went to bed. The next day, around 4 or 5 p.m., while it was still light out, we went on top of the bridge and spray painted our names on top. Then we decided to start walking the road that the bridge was connected to. We followed the tree line for about 2 miles, and every step we took, it seemed to get darker and darker until we couldn't see anymore and had to use our phone flashlights. We kept going maybe another half mile when we saw lights behind us and turned around to see a car about a mile away flying towards us at least 100 miles per hour. So we all looked forward to run to the side and not get hit. Then we heard a loud screech, almost like a movie with screeching that hurt all of our ears. We turned around again to see the car, and it was gone. No car in sight. There was nowhere to pull off and no other roads to take, so we were all confused, talking to each other like, "You saw that car, right?" And we all just started looking around confused, trying to find this car. We couldn't find it at all, so we decided to walk back towards the car. And then we all got huge headaches and felt cold as hell. This was in the middle of summer. Once we got on top of the bridge, we saw what looked like 2 people laying on the ground beside our car. So we ran down the side of the bridge, and nobody was there. None of us could sleep that night. Our headaches were hurting all too bad, and medicine wasn't helping any of us. To this day, I still get an eerie feeling when driving near that road.
So here we are on top of the bridge at Crawford Road. As you can see behind me and around me, this bridge is beautiful during the day. Tons of tourists come through here, taking a look at historic Waynesburg and Yorktown in this area. Could be more than a dozen souls at this bridge alone, let alone the thousands of soldiers that lost their lives in this area and in these woods. Tonight, we hope to capture some of them. We are going to Crawford Road. So Crawford Road is one of the more haunted roads in Virginia. So pretty much on this road, there was the Battle of Yorktown where a lot of soldiers on both sides died. The Civil War also took place here as well. So there's a lot of dead bodies that have been buried around Yorktown and around Crawford Road. And on top of that, there have been multiple homicides around Crawford Road. Honestly, going into this, I am more scared of the living than I am the dead. I mean, how many homicides have been there? There's been at least 6.
Right.
And that's just what they found. There's a lot of woods around Crawford Road, and they could have stowed a body away anywhere. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen tonight. I think we'll be fine. But I'm excited, and I think that we might actually get something. There have also been sacrifices, and devil worshippers have actually been to underneath this bridge. The last time that I went to Crawford Road, we actually were stopped by a police officer asking, "Hey, what are we doing here?" When we spoke to the cop, we told him, "Hey, we're here to go ahead and do a ghost hunt." And the cop tells us, "Well, you don't have to worry about no ghosts. There's no ghosts here. What you do have to worry about is the living." And that's because this officer that I spoke to found dead goats, dead chickens, and a bunch of satanic stuff written all over the bridge. Possibly, Crawford Road is a gateway to hell. So we're going to drive down this road a little bit. We'll be coming up to the bridge soon. And here we are.
Wow, this is so desolate.
We are at the bridge. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. This is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it's dark.
This
There's
is ridiculous.
No lights
Look
around
at-
us. You look around.
Yeah, look at what time it is. There we
I'm
go.
going to lock the doors.
And, yeah. I don't know. Leave them unlocked. I want back in.
Here we are at the bridge. It is said that there was a bride that hung herself from this bridge before she was said to get married. So tonight, I would like to see if we can be able to get the voice of the bride, the voice of the man that was hunted down and killed by the Ku Klux Klan. Also, see if we can get the voice of any spirits that are trapped here, any of the voices of the people that were killed on this road. On this, we'll be able to hear the voices of the spirits, and they can be able to communicate with us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit record.
My name is Will. I'm here to talk to you. If there's anyone here, please make your presence known. My name is Will. What is your name?
Is there anyone else here?
How did you die?
Okay, I'm going to try one more thing. What it said is that ghosts feed off the energy of anything around them. So batteries, any electronics. That's why sometimes you'll see electronics die in the middle of recording. But like we said before, honestly, the thing that I'm most scared about is the living. There's going to be a lot of drunk people driving through this road, and I do not recommend anyone coming out to Crawford Road to do what we're doing now. There is a lot of risk associated with it. This is a desolate road. If your car breaks down, no one's going to be able to help you for miles. If you get hurt, no one's going to be able to help you. You're all alone out here.
So what I have in my hand are batteries. With this, you can be able to use this. Use the energy in these batteries to be able to talk to us.
I want to hear you.
Do you not want us to be here? If you don't want us to be here, just tell us, and we'll leave. Alright, you're going to take a picture of this pentagram. Well, did you hear that? Yeah.
Here is a pentagram on the road. And we also just heard something out in the woods this way. My heart is pounding.
Is that a candle out there, or is that
That's
solo cup?
I think that's actually a candle. I heard something. Was that you? Is there someone out there? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try something. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this voice recorder right here. Daniel and I are going to walk to the car so that way you can talk to this. I'm going to leave this right here. This will be able to hear anything you have to say. I'm hitting record. I'm going to place the voice recorder here. I'm going to put a few batteries next to it. And we're going to walk away.
We were planning on going on top of the bridge to ask more questions using the voice recorder, and then putting baby powder on the back of the car to test if a ghost would push it, or if the car would stall. But then this happened. As if on cue, someone who frequents Crawford Road pulled over to see what we were doing and gave us this story.
Real quick, I do want to ask you, do you think this place is haunted?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you ever had any experiences here?
Not me personally, but I know people who have. I mean, when I've been out here, other people of the group have, yeah.
Like, what have they experienced, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't really want to go. It's a lot. It's too much to explain. There's a lot of stuff. The stuff you hear on the internet is pretty much what's going on. Just everybody's got their own personal experience.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man.
Our deputies try to patrol Crawford Road at night.
And as fate would have it,
Oh boy. Here it is.
Stopping on the highway.
our night came to an end.
Hopefully, when we get home, we'll listen to some of the audio. We'll take a look at some of the video as well and see if we got anything.
After reviewing all the pictures and footage, I am still not able to bring you evidence that Crawford Road is haunted. Until next time, Crawford Road.
Goodbye, Crawford Road.
Thank you guys for watching, and remember, sleep well.